So yesterday I didn't end up going out and pulling taps like I said I was going to. I had a lot of schoolwork to do, and I was getting all these orders boxed up. We got, I think, 12 orders shipping out today. My dad's pulling over here. So last time the milkman came, we had some troubles with the tank washer. I guess they got it fixed today, so that's good. So at the end of the sap season, we run water through the tanks, and in the evaporator, we'll use that to chase the rest of the sap through. Normally get most of the sap out. I came in the shed here to get a hammer. This is the first tree I'm gonna pull the taps on. We had the electric company came a while ago and trimmed them, so the ends were exposed and the sap was running out of them, so this tree did not run very good. There's a lot of bugs all over it, wherever the sap's coming out, a bunch of flies, everything. This road here was really dry over the last few days, but yesterday they were calling for rain, but about a quarter inch, but we got more than we expected, so everything's wet again. I was thinking about today or tomorrow, if we didn't get much rain, that we're maybe gonna get the excavator out or a back blade and smooth out some roads maybe, because they're nasty and rough. So, but too much rain and mud now where can't do it quite yet. So 2 days ago when we collected sap, we did not collect this tank here. It did not really have anything in it. Not much more than what's in there now. And it's nasty stuff. So the trees will produce sap. It'll flow when it freezes at night and gets warm during the day. We had a few really warm days and really warm nights that really got these trees warmed up, where like it still was freezing a couple nights, but didn't really wasn't enough for how warm it was during the day. But now we got about 40s to 50s at night. Today it's about 70 right now, but it's not sunny anymore. It was sunny a little earlier, but it's still really warm, really nice. I'm starting to pull taps. I just did this tree. These T's here have a plug on the end, so you just go like that, and then it won't get really filled up with dirt. That one there isn't a plug, so I won't put one in, but it's a lot nicer to walk through here now than when we were tapping, because you're not slipping and sliding all over the place, which is good, but it's a little more brushy here now than it was. So what we'll basically do is just put the hammer, go like that, and it'll pull right out. And then plug them. That's basically literally all this is walk around and do this. Walk all the lines back again, so this is the last thing we'll do in the woods for the year. But soon, well, not really soon, maybe maybe a little bit this summer, but mostly next fall. We want to do some more lines a little bit earlier, like put more up then. We probably could have got more taps on, and probably would have got more taps on this year if February wasn't as cold as January, because we had some very cold days in February where we didn't want to be out here in the woods. So I finished that line back there behind me. I started on this line here. This is what we were doing towards the end of my tapping trees video. This was one of the first main lines that we put up when we started the maple syrup business with the evaporator. We used to have a flat pan and had just a few taps, but it's been 4 or 5 years now that we've had the evaporator and the bigger sap house and been running main lines and stuff. Sometimes just go like this, tap them a couple times, and they'll pour right out. And then plug them. Hard to do with one hand sometime. But this line has about, I think 110 taps on it. That last one I was doing probably had around 50 or, no, probably more than 50. Probably about 70, I think. That's just my guess. I don't know for sure. This year, normally we count as we tap the trees, but this year we had so much broken and beat up where we just didn't count. Or I didn't, at least, because that first line I just got done pulling was very, very bad, like you saw in that video. These trees, this back side of it is still running, but these trees are on the south side, south facing side, so they're quite a bit warmer. That's why they shut down. These are the first ones that shut down. And when we tap, we like to start over here on the south side and then work like around the hill. And those other taps are way over there down the hill. That was a little rough this year tapping, but because that side hill's pretty steep in some spots, but we got through it and had a couple tumbles, but it wasn't too bad. I got pretty much all of the lines on this main line done. There's at least one more line plus a little bit of another line left that isn't pulled yet. I'm gonna head back. I need to charge my phone, that's almost dead. I don't really want to be up here without my phone charged, because things can happen. And I'm gonna go back and package a few more orders. This hayfield is really greening up, like pretty good. We got a wet spot right over there from a spring right up in the woods that runs down into the field. That's fairly dry too, because we drove through it the other day. And also, when we pull taps, that's a good time when we go shed hunting. This is a prime time of the year when people really go shed hunting for deer antlers. So, my uncle was here the other day. He was collecting sap with me, and he came over, found one right in this field. I think right around in this spot too, actually. So, it was a little 4-point horn, but anyway, I'm gonna head back, see if anything's still going on in the sap house. We'll have about probably 1 day worth of cleaning up in the sap house and getting tanks cleaned up too. And then comes time for getting these logs. Then we got wood to cut for next year again. So, as like whenever we get nice weather starting next week, we're gonna be cutting wood again, getting prepared for next year. That's what we did last year, right when school shut down. We got a lot of wood cut because we pretty much had nothing else to do. And then we got that one shed completely full of wood, and that really helped this year. And if we add more taps next year, we're gonna need even more wood. I can see this line still running decent, but not very good. I took that piece of line out, put it in the Ranger. I opened that lid up there, or the valve, and I'm gonna turn this so the valve side's lower down the hill, and then get more drained out, and then we can come get this anytime. If I have it tilted the other way too, then can go in there with pallet forks and grab it. That'll be nicer. There we go. Now I've got it coming out. It'll just run onto the ground. And then I can take this rock off. We're done with this. This is a good thing to keep the lines in. Just throw it right there by where we'll put the tank next year. Next year we hope to have the tank about here. Well, we'll run down here hill, and we want to have it so we can hook valves up to the valves down below, like have those banjo clamp things or cam locks or whatever you call them. Now we can hook the pump right up to them and don't have to unscrew a bunch of lids and stuff too. And that'll be nicer. There, that's just dripping a little bit now. So anytime I can come up and get that. Well, I was just driving along. I was gonna drive out here to these couple fields and see how this was doing. All of a sudden I lost my gas, and Ranger like shut off. The thing's stuck. Nothing happens. I don't know what just happened. That was weird. That's not good. Well, maybe walking back now. I just gave my dad a call. He's gonna head out here with the tractor and chains, so I'm walking around in this field and that field. We wanna seed these back to hay. Right there is last year where we seeded back to hay. And this field, we got manure on this year. Dig in it. It sticks to your boots a little bit, but it's not super sticky. Some spots are, some spots aren't, but makes sense for being the end of May that it's not fit yet. But last year, I think right around the beginning of April, we did a few seedings, so never know what will happen this year. Right around the edge of this field, this is pretty dry. Like, you could seed this right now, and then got a little bit of road here we need to disc out, and then here and there you can see spots where the lime was, where we spread it right down in here. And we put lime on this field. I don't know if we put it on that field or not. I don't remember, but I don't know. Hopefully next fall, we can maybe put some more lime on. We'll see. Well, she fired back up again, and then shut right back down. So, there, she fired up again. She's got plenty of gas in her. 3 things of it. There, I put gas on, it just shuts right off. That's weird. Well, my dad's on his way anyway, so we'll see if we'll pull it back, and I don't know, we'll see what we do. Now, why don't I see if I put in a lower gear, if that will help. Take it out 4-wheel drive so it doesn't need as much power. There, that's good. It's going now. Huh, that's strange. Well, I'll try and make it back. We'll see what happens. But I think my dad's on his way out. I don't see him quite yet, but it acts like it may be a battery thing, but I don't know if that would cause anything for it shutting off, which is weird, so we'll probably dig into it and see what we got going on. I'm gonna open this gate here for my dad to put a bale out. I see the hay rack there's busted up, so we'll probably have to fix that soon, but soon we'll probably haul some barnyard dirt, because this is in here is getting nasty and too filled up. Okay, my dad's getting bales moved around. Hey, what are you doing? You're normally downstairs in the barn, not normally up here. I'm gonna go spread manure. Wow, I just realized how much hay we have left. We got more than I expected to have, but normally we'd be back quite a bit farther, but this hay lasted a lot longer. This second cutting hay, we're getting into first cutting now, so that may go a little bit faster. I don't know, but in the next few weeks also, we're gonna start fixing fence too. That's gonna be a pretty big chore this year because of how with all the snow and it's all bad pretty much. We're gonna have a lot to fix, so probably have a couple videos on that, because it's gonna take a lot longer than normal. So then that'll put a stop on using the hay from upstairs, because we'll still have to put hay bales outside, but they won't be eating it as fast because they're getting grass too. I gotta go spread manure now. I'm going to that field that I did the other day. Just got back from spraying manure. I didn't record it because I'm gonna have a lot in this video already. Got some new shoes today too. I kind of get sick of wearing muck boots over the winter. It gets uncomfortable. My dad can do this a little better than me. He's been doing it for a few more years than I have. So you may not be able to hear me from the ruckus in the background, but heading down to milk. It's about 8 o'clock. Peepers are out really loud. Whenever the peepers start peeping is when we figure about when sap season's gonna end. Normally it's like they start peeping in the next day's the last day we're gonna collect. This pole light here, I don't know if I've talked about it before, but it was off for like forever. Then it came on one random time in the winter. Now it's been on the last 2 nights, so I have no clue what the heck's going on with it. It's pretty weird. So I remember there was a few things I wanted to talk about in the end of my video, but I forgot about them. I just remembered now looking at some syrup when I was boxing it up. But we had some half-gallon jugs. We filled them all up, and we realized we needed more, so we ordered some more, but we could not get the same kind of them. So some of the half-gallons that you guys will get, they're going to be more like a square jug, and they look different than what's in the picture and what I have shipped out already, so just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. So it's Friday now, the next morning. I left my camera in the barn last night, so I just came down to get it. I'm gonna get this video edited up, and hopefully, maybe tonight I can get it out. If not, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. It's pretty windy out here today. Every once in a while we get a really big gust, and it's constantly blowing pretty hard, but I can tell since we got that rain the other day. Things have greened out right in the field. Even in the field right behind the barn, that really greened up in the last 2 days. So that's good.